Back on the ice for another Bauer demo. Vapor fly lights doing the trick. Nicely done, JD. Great balance. Didn't even need to hold my hand. All right, we're going to talk about the Florida power play. Special teams have been part of this series already. Florida scored a power play goal in the first 3 games, 3 goals in game 3. And we saw 2 years ago, they exposed the bumper position to Reinhart so many times. It was Tkachuk into Reinhart, into the back of the net. It's the reason why I scored 50-plus goals that year. Every team that kills penalties knows that that's a threat. When Reinhart gets in the middle, if he gets a puck on his stick, he's a dangerous shooter to score. Goalie knows it, D know it, everybody knows it. But what you can do as an offensive team, you take advantage of what the defense is trying to take away, which is Reinhart, and then you can work the bumper pass to the weak side for one-timers. And in game 3, Florida did it twice. So we're going to walk through, explain why it's tough on goaltenders and why it makes a lot of sense for the offensive player. So, you're Seth Jones, big one-timer righty on the backside.
Yeah,
our designated shooter, Matthew Tkachuk, sick hands on the goal line. We had our goaltender in net. We don't like him. We don't give him names because we don't like goalies. I'm Sam Reinhart. I score a lot of goals right from in here. So many passes go from the boards down to the goal line and Matthew Tkachuk, and he puts it right out in here. And the whole year last year, it was shots for goals by Reinhart. Shots for goals for Reinhart. So, key is you get the puck in the offensive zone, you work it around. Now, I'm the bumper player. If I want to shoot the puck, I need to be aware of where the defenseman is stepping up, where the weak side winger is here. If he's going to get my stick, I might have to hold it out here. Might have to seal him off with my body because the weak side winger often gets drawn in to try to help with me as a shooter to take away or bother me to help the goaltender not have such a difficult save. So, what Florida did in game 3, you ready, Jonesy?
I am.
Okay, so you get the puck here, goalie's got to respect you, and it's almost a no-looker. You just throw it over there, and you just trust that that shooter, righty, is going to be there. And I know I don't need to see him. I don't need to take a look.
No.
I know it's basically a square pass, so I'm not going to the corner. I'm not going to the blue line. I'm basically just trying to go straight across. And not too hard, because if it's hard, he won't have time to react. If it's just soft enough, if it's not on point, if he's further back, he can skate into it. If he's further ahead, he can grab back and sweep it. Just square pass, not too hard. He'll skate in and shoot it. All right, so that's what we're working on, and it works so well. Now, one part about this pass is we've seen a couple different ways. Now, if the weak side forward comes, if Tkachuk gives the puck, weak side forward comes on the defensive side, you can go behind your back. If the weak side forward comes on the defensive, on the strong side, then you seal him off here, kick it across there. So that's a field play. Good save, good save. That's a field play by the guy in the middle. This, Patrice Bergeron, Sam Reinhart. You have to, TJ Oshie, congrats on the retirement. This guy has to know where everyone is. It's a really field position to have understanding where everyone is around you, knowing how you just have to get all you gotta do is get it there, but you have to incorporate everything else when you get it there.
Under a minute to go on the Edmonton penalty. Oh, and a pass! Block the finish! Reinhart setting up that play. 5-1 Panthers.
We've seen Stuart Skinner lost on these empty nets. Empty nets. So what are you thinking as a goaltender when I get the puck in here? Why is it a hard save for the goalies?
Well, first of all, when you get it there for Reinhart, for me, I can only get so much depth because you're so close and you get it off so quick. I have to decide, do I get here and stop and get set, or do I try to glide and get more space? That's a decision I have to make. The problem is that if I get here and get set and you're able to pick that far side, which Sam Reinhart's really good at, it's a hard maneuver to get there in time because it gets off his blade so quickly. For me, the other night in game 3, it starts with Tkachuk when he has the puck. He was below the goal line, so more of a clear passing situation. If he's above the goal line and shooting option, that's a little bit trickier for me because now I have 2 decisions to make, but he's a clear passer. I saw Stu Skinner already in his reverse VH. He's not really a threat down there. If he shoots that, you know, I can be on my feet here. If you try to sling at the net, I can just get down into that position. So Stu was already here before the pass was made. So he passed it out. Skinner tried to get out on his knees. This is a really awkward transition when you slide it over. I'm on the shot, and all of a sudden I'm down. I got to rotate, and, you know, you're dead. And it's a great play, a great situation by the Florida Panthers. But for me, and call me old school, but I like to hold my feet. If I can hold my feet here while he's not a shooting threat, he's below the goal line. He passed out, at least I have a chance to get here, and now I can have a better opportunity. Not saying I would make that save, but you give yourself a better chance when you're on your feet because you hold your edges. I think Stu Skinner got a little lost when he was down, pushed out, lost his edge, couldn't quite get over in time, and now you're in a lot of trouble. So For me, it's all about before the pass and how you set yourself up on your post.
And you really got to trust your reads then.
Yeah.
Because if you're wrong and you
Right.
and you stay a little more conservative, playing the pass across,
Yes.
then guess where I'm putting it? Off that posted in like he did 30 times 2 years ago.
Exactly.
And if you're, you know, if you guess right, then you're still a tough save to make. So it's a challenge for goaltenders. And one element of Stuart Skinner's game we've talked a lot about is sort of his depth
Yes.
in the crease. And when he's feeling confident and making the right reads, he's not
Further
much
out.
further out, but
No.
just, you know, another 8 inches, which makes a big difference for a goalie.
He's such a big guy, and he tracks pucks really well. He doesn't. 6 inches makes a big difference. So, you know, for him, if he can get out a little bit further on some of these plays, I think he comes up, some pucks just hit you because he's so big.
And then the one last thought is, what will Edmonton do about this? I mean, I think you have to be more with that
More
weak side
cognizant
winger.
of, yeah.
You got to come down and be prepared to take that pass away.
Yeah.
You have to understand and not think that just coming in behind Reinhart and sort of being around him is enough. You got to take his stick away and be understanding where they're trying to get that puck. Make that a harder pass for them to make.
And as a defenseman, that defenseman that's on the side of Matthew Tkachuk, you got to contest that a little bit more, put a little bit more pressure on him, push him up the wall to make sure he can't make that clean play in the middle, because that's killed them last game.
Well, cat and mouse once again. Right now, Florida's got the advantage of the power play, a little bumper play, putting the goaltender and the defense in trouble.